traffic. We are getting that message, and we are getting it to the youth of our country. I promise you, this is my full-time job. I've been doing it for 3 years straight. The youth, they want to hear this message. They want to be nice. It's being received. I am hopeful. But when you take the anti-bully message and you think about getting it to grown-ups, people who are outside of school, I see a different cartoon, man. That bridge is like all wonky. It's like covered in PennDOT cones. You know what I'm saying? It's like the Clemente Bridge in a pirate game. It's like that cray-cray bridge that Bill Peduto's suggesting that'll be just for bike lanes. No one will ever get across that bridge and get this lesson to the adults. And that's where I feel the anti-bully movement is fractured. We can't just put this on children to do. We all have to be a part of this. And since I'm in a room with a bunch of grown-ups, I'm going to take the opportunity to educate you guys on the 4 fundamentals of the anti-bully movement. So if at the very minimum, you just take a couple notes in your program and you spread this message with other adults. Now, the very first thing we do when Josh and I go into a school is we start with a loud rock and roll song. That's kind of why I wanted to rap for you guys, just so you could kind of get a feel of our fun program. The second thing we do is I immediately go into the audience and start talking to the kids. And the first thing I ask is, who in the audience, by show of hands, knows what a bully is? And I can tell you, every single kid in that school will raise their hand. Every single one. And Josh and I go, whoa, that's a lot of people. And then I say, all right, who wants to tell me what a bully is? Keep your hand up. And they all keep their hand up. And I always go to someone in the front row. And if you've ever been a school performer, your front row always consists of kindergarten kids, like always. That is the primary audience you're playing to. And I'm always curious to see what a 5-year-old thinks a bully is anyway. So that's usually who I go approach. And I squat down and I'm like, what's a bully? You know, and I give the kid the mic. And I would say 9 out of 10 times a 5-year-old describes a bully like this. A bully's someone who be's mean to you. They say it just like that. I mean, so someone who be's mean to you, just like that. And it just truly breaks my heart every time I hear it. Not in the same reason I'm sure it breaks the English teacher's heart. It just breaks my heart to think that a 5-year-old even knows what mean means, you know? I can't believe a 5-year-old's already experienced mean behavior so that they know to say that. It really makes me sad. But then I have to tell the 5-year-old that's not actually the whole answer. I bet you guys didn't know that. A mean person doesn't have to actually also be a bully. You could be mean and not be a bully. Someone could call you a name, and that doesn't mean they're a bully. And that's one of the biggest confusing things about the anti-bully movement is that people don't even know what the word means. I've heard so many adults misuse it, and it really, really offends me when you do that. So this is what a bully is. A bully is someone who is mean to you repeatedly, with words or with physical action. Meaning that every day you're coming to school, this person is waiting for you to say something really horrible about you. And if these kids are anything like I was when I was getting bullied, they're things I'm already thinking about myself. So now on the daily, I'm being reminded of how horrible I am, and it's things I already think about myself. And that's why it's so severe. So you can't misuse that word, all right? Like my mom, I'll be talking about going to a stand-up show. I do stand-up, and I'll make maybe a Sarah Palin joke, right? And my mom will be like, you can't do that joke on stage. People will think you're a bully. And I'm like, Mom, that's not what the word means. People are allowed to have an opinion. People are allowed to say something once because they're allowed to think it. But if every day I was picking on Sarah Palin, then I'd be a bully. And I need you. was picking on Sarah Palin, then I'd be a bully. And I need you guys to know that, because to me, bullying is more like a mixture of stalking and harassing. And it's really serious, so please don't misuse that word. Know what a bully is. The second thing we teach kids is what to do if you're being bullied. And I think this applies to adults who get bullied too. That's right, I'm saying it. Adult bullies exist. People get bullied in the workplace. It happens. You know it. I know it. Let's stop pretending it's just a problem for kids. It's not. It's real. And if you're getting bullied, we ask you to do this. First, ask the bully to stop. I mean, try it. Maybe the bully doesn't even realize how mean they are. If it's like my experience with bullies, they usually mock you further for asking them to stop, so sometimes that's a hard one to do. The second thing we tell kids to do is ignore the bully, which I think is actually really hard to do as a child. When I was growing up, I had a reactive disorder, so it was very hard for me to just ignore the bully. I cried a lot. That's how I handled it. The third thing we tell kids is to always talk to an adult. Someone in school, someone at home. You want to have backup. You want people to know what's going on. You don't want this bullying situation to escalate. But I think that applies to adults too. I've been bullied as an adult. I always rely on my mom, my best friend who's a special ed teacher. She's always so kind and listens to me. I talk to my psychiatrist. I'll talk to my primary care physician. I'll talk to anyone just so that I can get it out and feel better. So if you're being bullied, I suggest you do that. The third thing we teach kids, and this one really kind of blows my mind when I think about it in terms of adults. The third thing we tell kids is don't be a bystander. You know, if you see someone being bullied, you have to step up and step in. If you don't do anything, you're just as bad as the bully. So we are asking kids to look out for each other in the schools, but we don't ask that of each other. I mean, how can I tell a 7-year-old they have to stand up for this kid, but a 47-year-old won't do that? And that's something I want you guys to think about, looking out for the other guy.